Hello, this is High Templar, welcome to my Total War Warhammer news video. And today there was announcement of the new DLC for Warhammer 1, this is Norsca. And there is a blog entry, there is a new Steam page for this DLC. There is more information, also there is a roster, and I will make separate video about army mechanics and roster. And this video is for the DLC itself and for the faction, how it plays. So, this is quite an amazing piece of work. This is a race pack for the Warhammer 1, and as you can see we have some new legendary lords and new units. It's clearly visible even from this image. Now, like I said, Norsca is a race pack. It is available for Warhammer 1, however, it is pre-order bonus for Warhammer 2. If you buy Warhammer 2 in pre-order or during the first week, you will also get Norsca for free for your Warhammer 1. However, the Norsca will be available since 10th of August, so this is well before Warhammer 2, and if you want to play it from the start, you need to pre-order before that. Now, you will not be able to play Norsca in Warhammer 2. However, you will be able to play it on the combined map, right? So, you will also get free DLC. I mean, all of us will get free DLC with the Norsca, as we usually get some kind of free DLC with every DLC that Creative Assembly prepares. So this is something fun. And you will also get to play against Norscan tribes if you don't buy the DLC, which will be quite challenging from what I hear. Okay, so there is a Steam page, and we will go to that page to learn more about the faction itself, and then I will do a separate video on the army roster. So as you can see, it is downloadable content. Its price mark at this moment is not too steep, and we have a trailer. I highly recommend you watch a trailer. I will put the YouTube link into description of my video. It is amazing, the trailer, if you haven't seen it already. But as you can see, we will have two different trolls variants. We will have normal trolls and ice trolls. We will have frost worms, which is totally new thing, and mammoths, of course, and the Wanderer himself as a legendary lord, and also Trog, the Troll King as a legendary lord, and quite some more. Okay, so it's saying the pre-order bonus. Yeah, and this is from the trailer. It does look amazing. So yeah, we are getting two new legendary lords, Wulfric the Wanderer and Trog. I already mentioned the Wulfric in my previous video when I was speculating about this. Trog, I didn't really think he will be as a leader of the Norscan tribe. I was kinda entertaining the idea, but I waged against it because he's not a Norscan. You know what I mean? But okay, fine. I mean, I will still play with that. Both lords are very popular tabletop lords, and I've mentioned them before. Trog is before because you can get trolls as a core unit, so you can get as many trolls as you want if you get him as a leader. Of course, we will also get Norscan lords, we will be able to specialize them pretty much similar way, let's say similar way as with the Wood Elves. We'll have 3 new hero types, which is quite fun. We will be doing some stuff with we will be doing some prayers and some sacrifices to the dark gods, which is quite obvious. And we will hunt the mightiest monsters of Old World. Now this mechanics is not revealed in full yet. We do have quite some unique monsters like war mammoths and frost worms, but we also get some other monsters as well, like frost wolves, for example, and and skin changes, but I will go to that in the actual roster video. Now, the main thing about this army is many of the monsters will have a frostbite effect, which will be slowing the enemy down, which is, as you might imagine, very powerful thing if your enemy has lots of cavalry. This cavalry will be sitting ducks if you put enough of the frostbite on them for them to not to move, especially if you have a frost worm which can fly and pretty much stop their cavalry when they are. And this seems to be very powerful thing in the multiplayer game. The other mechanic that is available for us here would be Rage and Berserk, and as they were described during the stream for the reveal, the Berserk is basically more powerful version of a Rage, or at least that's how it was described, and it basically makes those guys more powerful the longer they fight. And there are some upsides and downsides of for the units to be in the Rage and to be in the Berserk, but if you have a sturdy units, they will perform really a lot better, and all the Norscan units, or at least most of the Norscan units, like for example the trolls, will also have this ability, which is quite amazing. Okay, so this is just a description and playstyle. Playstyle will be doing, well, we will be doing raiding and sacking and everything, but what is interesting is that you will have three options when you basically take the settlement. You will be able to take it as normal, so those guys will not be nomads, they will have their settlements. You will be able to pillage it, and you will be able to raise it and erect a monolith to one of the gods, and there will be 4 different options, and this is quite an interesting thing. Like I said, you will be able to erect those monoliths, and they will bestow some kind of favor of the gods, and they will become increasingly powerful during the campaign. I would imagine this would be similar to the bonuses that the settlements give to elves, settlements outside of Atelloren give to elves. So, like a combat bonus, for example. So there will be different bonuses depending on what type of a shrine you will erect, right? And these are Eagle, Crow, Serpent and Hound, which would be obviously there will be representation of the 4 Chaos Gods. Alright, so to win a game you will basically have to pledge allegiance to one of those gods for the greatest reward, but the other guys will be jealous and they will be putting some powerful champions against you. So I would imagine, for example, that you will have to face Lord of Change, for example. And this is quite an interesting idea. I would really like to see this. So yeah, you will win by pledging the alliance to one of the gods. Now, this is interesting as well. This is also a totally new thing for the Norscan. This is monster hunting. So there you will have a skill in the tech tree that will be unlocked, and the Norscan faction will gain access to Monstrous Arcanum, an ancient tome lists the mightiest beasts and monsters to roam the world, right? And the player may choose to hunt them. This would basically multi-stage quest. So this will be a quest mechanic, but like for the entire faction, or well, for the legendary lord that you will pick. and you will fight against those creatures, and when defeated, they will give you trophies. So, like, I mean, I assume from this description that there will be items that only your legendary lord would equip. Maybe other lords will be able to do so, and sometimes possibly some of the monsters that you've defeated may be brought into the battle. I would assume this will be on some this will be for some time, like the summoning of the Sigor, for example. You will be able to summon a monster, or like the summoning works in Warhammer 2. You would be able to summon a unit of Cold Ones, for example. So this will work pretty much the same. And you probably need to be as well less than 20 units to actually use this summoning. Pretty much the same as the summoning works already. And this is assumption, and this is not the only bonus that those legendary trophies will get you. So yeah, that is quite interesting indeed. The other thing is something already mentioned, so this is Frostbite, so there will be many units that will give that Frostbite. There will be Ice Wolf, Ice Trolls, Frost Worms, and, you know, other stuff. And as I've mentioned before, only Norscan settlements and main settlements like Aldorf, Drakenhof, Carcassonne you will be able to build Norscan settlements. The rest of the world, not inside Norsca and not one of those main ones, you will be able to get only outposts, which I assume again will pretty much work the same way as with the Wood Elves. Right? Okay. So for the legendary lords we have Wulfric the Wanderer, who basically is a duelist. What he does is he makes other people, the more powerful the better, fight him. And he will basically make you fight him by, well, in tabletop, he will be cursing at you. He will be saying things about your mother and your family and your sexual ability that will you will not be able to resist and attacking this guy. In Total War Warhammer, he will have an ability that will stop a guy, so a target will not be able to run away. And also he will have the ability to attack some lords and heroes in a crowd. So you will not be able to hide a unit inside the unit of halberds. You will not be able to hide a lord inside the unit of halberds. It will not be enough. He will get to you no matter what. And also a very, very interesting thing, that all Mammoth units will gain melee attack, and all Marauders will have reduced upkeep costs, and they will cause fear. Quite, I mean, amazingly powerful thing, especially for the Mammoths. So yeah, looking forward to see this guy. He will also have wind attack. That is also quite interesting. The Trog, on the other hand, and he will have some interesting mount options, including the Mammoth. Now the Trog he is like a giant troll. He's very, very powerful. He's very tough. He regenerates very, very fast, but he cannot have any mounts, and he will obviously not be a caster of any sort. He will, however, make your units immune to attrition. He will have reduced upkeep for trolls, which is quite obvious. He will grant a physical resistance buff to all trolls unit faction wide. So, you know, so it will make more sense if you get them to get just a massive army of trolls. And he will also be able to build some unique buildings in the troll country, which is under which is under the Kislev and Dominion at the moment. Alright, so yeah, they also have this vomit attack, and the ice trolls will have ice shards vomit attack, if you will. We will get a new lord, which will be the Murder Chieftain, and I will talk more about him in the next video. Just remember, you can also mount him on the War Mammoth, which is interesting indeed, and we'll have 3 new heroes. One will be the Melee Lord and 2 will be the Casters, or actually 1 will be the kind of a hybrid. And yeah, this is pretty much it for this video. The rest you will see in the roster video. Thank you for watching, hope you like it. If you did, press like, comment if you will, and see my other videos in Total Warhammer. I'm doing mod reviews, I'm doing DLC analysis speculation videos, and I'm doing let's plays in Total War series and other games. Thank you for watching, and see you later.